My mother is severely disabled, and I hate her for what she did to my sister and me. I don't care how it sounds, but even my father almost offed himself when he learned what my mother was doing. After he left, my mom turned into this even worse monster who made me sleep in the garage on sandbags while she collected disability checks for a back injury she never had. The garage was freezing in winter and boiling in summer. She put a padlock on the door to the house, so I couldn't even come in to use the bathroom at night. I had to pee in Gatorade bottles and dump them in the bushes when she wasn't looking. My sister Mera got to stay in the house because mom needed someone to fetch her drinks and cigarettes, but she wasn't much better off than me. Every Friday night, mom would bring home different men from the bar. I could see them through the garage window stumbling into our house while she laughed too loud and played music that shook the walls. These weren't boyfriends either. These were married guys paying her for a good time while their wives thought they were working late. Mera and I made the garage into our own little world. We dragged in this broken TV we found behind Techmart, and Mera fixed it because she's basically a genius with electronics. We had a stack of DVDs from garage sales, and I cooked us dinner on a camping stove using cans of chili and soup I bought with lunch money I saved. It wasn't much, but it was ours, and we felt safe there together. Then one day I was in history class when Mera radioed me on these walkie-talkies she built from old phones. She was crying and said mom sold everything in the garage, including the TV and our sleeping bags and even the camping stove. I ran home even though I knew I'd get detention and found the garage completely empty except for the sandbags. My mom was on the couch eating Cheetos and watching her shows when I burst in. She didn't even look at me when she said the men stopped coming around because their wives found out, so she needed rent money. She sold our stuff to Calderon for $300. $300 for everything we had. That night, Mera showed me something she found in mom's closet while looking for blankets. It was an old phone book with a page bookmarked and circled. The name said Rosalind Vale with an address 40 minutes away by bus. Mera figured out it was mom's sister because she did one of those Ancestry website free trials at school and found her in our family tree. Mom always said she was an only child, but that was just another lie. Mera said I should go find Aunt Rosalind during school hours because if I went after school, mom would notice. She said I had to be fast though because the school would call mom if I was gone too long. The next morning, I packed my backpack with the phone book and the only photo I had of me and dad and Mera together at the beach before everything went bad. I took 3 different buses to get to the address. My hands were shaking when I knocked on the door of this nice house with flowers in the front yard and a doormat that said, "Welcome friends." When the door opened, this woman who looked like a normal version of my mom stood there, and her face went white when she saw me. She pulled me inside fast and started crying while hugging me. She kept saying she'd been looking for us for 2 years ever since dad disappeared. Mom had been telling the whole family that we went to live with dad after the divorce, but nobody could find him. Rosalind had already started the legal paperwork to get custody of us, but mom kept dodging the court dates, saying we weren't living with her anymore. Rosalind grabbed her keys and said we were getting Mera right now. She drove like a NASCAR racer back to our house, and when mom opened the door, Rosalind punched her right in the nose. Blood went everywhere and mom fell backwards screaming. All the men inside started grabbing their shirts and pants and running out the door yelling stuff like, "Please don't tell my wife." While mom was holding her bloody nose and crying, Rosalind marched into the house and found Mera hiding in her closet. We packed her stuff, which was basically just some clothes and her electronics projects in a trash bag. Mom tried to say we couldn't leave, but Rosalind showed her a court document and said the custody hearing was next week and mom better show up or the cops would drag her there. Now Mera and I live with Aunt Rosalind in that house with the flowers. She makes us pancakes every morning and drives us to school in a car with working heat. She even opens savings accounts for our college funds and puts birthday money in them.